PWCC is a great way to sell your sports cards. If you're looking for a way to support the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel, consider using the promo code Cajun, all caps, C-A-J-U-N, when you're selling your cards on the PWCC marketplace. Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana, and today is a little impromptu video. I'm heading out of town. My two daughters have a semi-pro soccer game in Alexandria, Louisiana, about 2 hours north. I had a couple hours to come into the office and put something together for you guys so I don't have an empty Sunday. So I'm releasing this on Sunday. This is a Cajun Cardboard state of affairs and hobby thoughts. Just kind of a general put together deal. I've actually got some notes written down. I have had so much going on with the channel and with my personal collection that I thought it might be good to hit the record button and kind of talk through some of it so you guys have a framework of what the hell's been going on, because there's been a lot of great stuff happening with the Cajun Cardboard channel recently. So I've just got some notes written down. First and foremost, let's talk about the Michael Jordan hierarchy videos that are about to begin. If you have not seen it yet, please, before you start the series, which begins tomorrow night, go watch my introduction video. I released it on July 5th. That was this Wednesday, 5 days ago. I discussed the rules, the criteria, what cards are included, what cards are not included, some of the rules regarding which cards are pictured, which cards are not pictured. It's really crucial that you watch that video before you watch the entire video series, or a lot of it's not going to make sense. And you're going to sound dumb when you put a bunch of comments in there about where's the game jersey auto, or where is the Epic Signatures auto, or where is his Wizards Beam Team serial number to 500. This is crap. So watch the intro video. I couldn't put every Michael Jordan card in the world. There had to be choices that were made. And so watch that video. It kind of gives you an idea of what the purpose of this Michael Jordan hierarchy project is. It is not, the purpose of it is not to rank the best cards in the world one by one and then argue about it. There's a lot more to it than that. It is primarily focused on helping newer collectors or collectors who need help organizing their plan of attack as far as collecting Michael Jordan cards from the 90s. Okay, just to give you a breakdown of how the videos are going to release so you guys have a framework. Again, none of this will matter if you subscribe and hit the subscribe button and you hit the bell icon for notifications, because you'll know when a new video drops. But just so you guys have a frame of reference of what's going on, I have a lot of other content that I put out. So it's not going to be Michael Jordan hierarchy project every single day. In fact, we're only going to get through the first two tiers leading up to the National. I don't think we're going to get to tier 3 before the National in Chicago, because I've got a lot of stuff going on as far as that goes as well. But here's the layout and here's the schedule. July 5th intro video. We talked about it. It's already out. Go watch it if you haven't. Monday, July 10th. That is tomorrow. Today's July 9th. Tomorrow is July 10th at 5 p.m. The very first video where we look at my top 27 Michael Jordan cards, again, with a certain criteria. We talk with great Josh Dawson, who is at Northeast Sports Cards on Instagram. There are very few people in the world better equipped to discuss those top 27 cards than Josh Dawson. One of the people who might be more equipped is Nat Turner, the CEO and owner of Collectors, right? PSA, Collectors, whatever you want to call it. My video with Nat Turner drops on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Time. That is July 12th. So you got Tier 1, we're talking with Josh Dawson Monday. Tier 1, again, those same 27 cards, we're talking with Nat Turner. I'm not going to spoil it and tell you how many of the 27 he owns, but let's just say your jaw is going to drop and you're going to get to look at two of the greatest Michael Jordan cards in existence on planet Earth. Two cards I've never seen in my life in person. That's Wednesday. Thursday, the very next day, I come right back at you with Tier 2 Part 1. Tier 2 is 54 cards. It's twice as big as Tier 1. So Tier 2 Part 1 with Josh Dawson releases on Thursday, July 13th, again, 5 p.m. And then Tier 2 Part 2 releases the next Monday. So 8 days from today on July 17th, again at 5 p.m. Then I have Chris from Card Ladder. He's very busy. He's very important, but I've tied him down. He is coming tomorrow night to film an episode regarding the MJ hierarchy, and I'm going to pick his brain, and we're going to get his thoughts on Tier 1, Tier 2, Part 1 and Tier 2 Part 3. So we'll be looking at all 81 cards in Tier 1 and Tier 2 with Chris from Card Ladder. I don't know when that will release. If you made me guess, I would probably say Wednesday, July 19th would be my guess. But we're filming that tomorrow night. This is also very important. I am adding a 13th and a 14th. And so if you watch the intro video, again, my math was terrible. There was 324 cards, but I have added a 13th and 14th picture in Tier 4. So now there are 14 times 29 cards, and I think I got it right this time. That's 406 cards. So now there are over 400 cards that you're going to get to see in this Michael Jordan hierarchy. I started going through Trading Card Database and talking with some of my friends, and there were some cards that I had left out, and I just cannot leave them out. I'm sorry. And then look, here's the deal. There's 50 cards that I've got on a list that are still going to be left out that could be included. I could bump the thing to 500 cards quite easily. And you know what? Maybe one day I will. And because there's going to be a lot of comments about which cards were left out and which cards should have been kept in. But 406 cards now. And then lastly, and I think a lot of you guys are going to love this, I really wanted to have this done before the National so I could bring these up there and kind of... I can't give them away because it's going to cost me about $1,500, but I am getting a branded Cajun cardboard, two-sided mega poster put together with the entire picture of the MJ hierarchy pyramid on the front, and then the pack odds and or serial number for every single one of the 400 cards on the back. And which series packs, hobby, retail, series 1, series 2, jumbo, cello, all this stuff. Pack odds and how to find those cards on the back. It is going to be the largest pack odds list that has ever been created in the history of this hobby. I assure you of that, at least in one place for one player. So it is going to be unprecedented from that manner, and that's what's kind of slowed me down. I thought to have this entire project wrapped up, but I wanted to put together the most comprehensive and accurate pack odds list in the history of Michael Jordan card collecting, and I think that's what I'm doing. And I am soliciting the help of some of my friends to clarify some mathematical uncertainties and picking people's brains about what the rappers actually said, and then also, of course, using two of the existing pack odds lists, one on the internet, one on blowout forums, and just kind of pulling from there. But this will be probably it'll be at least twice as big as those lists for sure, probably 3 times as big as those lists. So this will be unprecedented. Next on the agenda to talk about today, I had an opportunity, again, I got a little bit distracted in the middle of this project, which I'm not exaggerating, I've spent probably 150 hours working on it while I'm still trying to be a father of 7 and a husband to a wife and run a couple of companies and still do my job where I get paid so I can buy the Jordan cards that I like. I had an opportunity, and I'm in the midst of an opportunity to buy a very large raw collection up in the Northeast, all Michael Jordan. Very, very, very large collection, very, very, very large opportunity. So that's been distracting me a little bit. If I do happen to get this to work out, and we are at the very preliminary stages of the negotiations and even identifying what exactly this potential acquisition would even include from a Jordan standpoint, it will make for absolutely incredible content, I assure you of that, and I will take you through the entire process start to finish regarding, well, you know how I do it. It's going to be hyper detailed, so that's just something to keep in mind. Maybe something coming soon about the acquisition of this raw collection. I did have an opportunity to buy a couple of graded cards from a viewer of the channel and one of the best Jordan collectors in the world who I have done transactions with in the past. The deal fell through last night, so I did not get to acquire. We were going to take it in stages and acquire a couple cards at a time. It didn't work out. We couldn't come to terms on price. We were, really just a few $100s off, but it didn't work out. It wasn't exactly the cards I wanted, and he wasn't exactly quite ready to sell the cards he wanted to, but that's absolutely fine. I just appreciate the people that reach out to me about potentially selling their Jordan, primarily Jordan stuff, but all basketball cards. I get messages. I'm at the point where I'm probably between the comments on YouTube and messages on Instagram, I'm getting over 100 a day. So it's getting tough to get through everything. And if I ever don't respond to one of your messages or comments, please forgive me. The comments are going to be the first that I'm going to have to scroll past. Instagram messages, I am still at the point where I can answer all the Instagram messages. And I hope it stays that way because it's crucial. But I do want to reiterate that I am always looking to buy, any Michael Jordan stuff that anybody is looking to sell. That's, first and foremost, my priority right now as a collector. It won't always be that way because I do shift from one place to another. I'll do soccer, I'll do Shaq, I'll do this, I'll do that. But right now I'm in the process of moving non-Jordan cards and selling non-Jordan cards, and some of them in PWCC's Weekly, some of them through private deals, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later, into Michael Jordan cards. So that's kind of what I've been doing lately with my time. Hierarchy project, buying collections, putting together the poster, and then lastly, working on these affiliated brand sponsorships of the channel. And so as you guys know, I released a video. If you missed it, go check it out. I think it's called Cajun Cardboard 2.0. I have recently affiliated with PWCC. I have recently affiliated with homage.com. So PWCC, for most of you guys watching, that is a auction house and a marketplace for you to buy and or sell cards. It's a sales platform for you to buy or sell cards. There might have been some confusion after the first video. I have an affiliate link. If you are buying cards on PWCC and you want to support the Cajun Cardboard channel, I beg of you, go use this link. Look, I'm going to screen share it for you. Just go into the main page, click this button right here. See where my cursor is up here in the top right? If you're buying cards on PWCC, buying, click that link. It opens up, as you can see, this is not just PWCCmarketplace.com. This is a specific Cajun. Oh, sorry, it's behind my banner up there. I wanted to clean it up. Trust me, there is, in my web browser, there is a really long link, but it takes you straight to this page, which is the PWCC homepage. If you save this as your favorites, meaning old people, like I didn't know this at first either, old people out there who like to watch my channel, a lot of you guys are old like me, hit the little star that is to the right of that link. It's going to be in your little browser window. Hit the star. Save this link as your PWCC homepage, and then every time you just go to favorites and go into PWCC, you'll be going in under the Cajun Cardboard link, and you'll be buying cards under the Cajun Cardboard umbrella. They'll know that my big mouth actually works. They'll know that people out there actually listen to me. They'll know that I'm actually helping drive business to what I think is one of the best purchase and sale platforms in the business, with the cleanest interface and one of the best vaults. I think it is the best vault. It's best in class in my personal opinion. And so this is how you will buy cards and support the channel. It doesn't change the price you pay for the cards. They don't add a premium on there if you're buying it under Cajun Cardboard. I get a piece of PWCC's money. I don't touch any of your money. That's one way that you can support the Cajun Cardboard channel. Another way that you can support the Cajun Cardboard channel, I'm going to click on one of my random videos. Pick one. Okay, mail days. Here we go. Mail days. There's the video. Go right here. You see where my cursor is, into the description. There are 4 ways to support the channel. We just talked about using the PWCC link, right? Well, here's another place where you can find the PWCC link. It's right here. You can also click it here, but you can click the icon like I just showed you. The other way is if you want to sell cards on PWCC Marketplace. When you ship those cards in the mail, and if you have any questions about this, please just direct message me on Instagram. If you're looking to sell cards, I encourage you to at least try the PWCC Weekly or Premier Marketplace. If you're going to send those auctions, right? Send them to PWCC. There's going to be a place to put in a promo code. When you type in Cajun, all caps, C-A-J-U-N, they know you're selling under the Cajun Cardboard umbrella. That's the second way that you can support me. Same deal as before. You're not paying any extra for the cards. It's not a financial contribution directly from you to me. It is an indirect compensation that I receive from PWCC because I told them I'm really loud. I told them I do a video every single day, probably more than a video a day. And I told them people like that I use the PWCC vault, and that's how I share my stuff. So I just realized I had this sticker on. More about this shirt in just a second. The shirt is brand new, and that's why the little hologram sticker, the NBA hologram, was still on there. So that's way number 2. You can buy through my affiliate link with PWCC. You can sell on PWCC with the promo code Cajun, all caps, C-A-J-U-N. The third way you can support the channel is, again, I've got a link right here. I'm going to highlight it for you. It's in every single video in the description. You can click this PayPal link and just donate to the channel old school. Like if you're not interested in messing with PWCC, but you do appreciate the fact that I bring you content on a daily basis with no ads in the middle, very few ads at the beginning or the end, again, notwithstanding what I'm doing right now, which is trying to sell. And then, if you just want to go old school and send a few bucks, that's one way. Just click the PayPal link, send me the money. You can send the money that way and support the channel that way. There is no subscription fee to listen to any of my content. I don't anticipate there ever will be. I don't know that. It just depends on how this phase of the fundraising and channel support goes. But that PayPal link is another way. That's real easy. You click the PayPal link, you put in $2, $8, $450,000, whatever you want, and you just send it. Done. It's over. And then the fourth way, and this is something I'm really excited about, there is a fourth link, and I'm going to add this to the top like the PWCC link, but right now, and let me stand up so you guys can see, I'm going to take you back. Well, first, here's the link. The name of the company is homage.com. Just like I have a PWCC specific link, I have an homage specific link. That's it. If you click that link and then you go to the homage website, you're going to buy under the Cajun Cardboard umbrella, and I will get credit for your purchases. Again, it does not change the purchase price that you pay. If you're wondering, Cajun, what the hell are you talking about? What the hell is homage? Let me show you. I'm going to stand up a little bit so y'all can see. These shirts, where am I? Here I am. These shirts, NBA Jam, it's got Butler and Adebayo, right? This is just one of many shirts that they have sent me. Look, anytime you see a shirt with this little logo right here on the sleeve, that's Homage. That's the company that I'm speaking for. That's the company that I am highly, highly impressed with and very much in favor of endorsing. If you guys ever want to buy a present for your kids or a present for a friend, one of these NBA Jam shirts, they've got tons of other clever shirts. They sent me a care package with buku shirts. I posted it on Instagram. They've got more shirts coming. They said, you're going to have a shirt every time you do a video. And I was like, don't tell anybody, but even if I didn't get a cut of sales, I would do it just for the t-shirts because I'm a t-shirt fiend, right? These shirts fit like a freaking glove. They look brand new, but they feel like you've had them for about 10 years. It's that stretchy fabric. You know when you reach in your closet and you want your favorite t-shirt, the best t-shirt that feels the best? Every single one of these is like that, and I'm not BSing you. All of my personal Cajun Cardboard logo t-shirts, which a lot of people have been asking about, are Homage. That's who made them, and that's how I stumbled on the company. And then I was at a Pelicans game, and I went in the gift shop. All their stuff in there is Homage, and so they've started doing a lot of stuff for NBA teams, a lot of really clever, thoughtful stuff, a lot of 80s-based stuff, 90s-based stuff, nostalgic stuff, so all sorts of pop culture stuff. If you're looking for some really cool, fresh, kind of clever apparel, and this is primarily appealing to the young folks out there. I'm a little bit young at heart when it comes to my wardrobe. I like to wear basketball shorts and basketball t-shirts all the time. That's what I wore every single day in law school. Every single day in law school, I wore basketball shorts and a basketball t-shirt because you never knew when a game would break out, right? So Homage is a great place to check. If you're going to buy something on Homage, go use my affiliate link. Again, it's right here in the YouTube description. I am going to add a link on the main page up here right next to this PWCC link where you can buy on PWCC. Okay, enough of the sales pitch. Those are the 4 ways that you can support the Cajun Cardboard channel. Let me get you back on big screen. What else? Don't forget, best of the best videos. I'm talking about 5 of the best Michael Jordan cards by year, chronologically, starting in the past, working our way forward. Started in 84, working our way all the way through 1999. I think the last one that I filmed was 1988. Those videos come out every single Friday at 5 p.m. Central. It's all Michael Jordan. It's 5 cards. We look at the card, we talk about the card, we talk about the price of the card, we talk about where the price has been and where the price is going. It's just good conversation if you want to look at 5 specific Michael Jordan cards year by year. Again, it's my personal opinion. It's not the 5 most expensive or the 5 scarcest or the 5 best. It's just the 5 cards that I like year by year as we go through. It's just a great conversation and fun, quick, easy, short videos, 10 to 15 minutes, which you know is really hard for me. PWCC Weekly Auction Recaps. Don't forget, if you like my weekly auction recaps and you're buying and selling on PWCC, do it through the Cajun Cardboard channel and help support me so I can keep doing this. And and buy my island one day, retire, and then all I'll do is this. That would be great. That would be great for everybody. It's a win, 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 win. But I am doing those PWCC Weekly Auction Top 100 recaps every single Monday, business as usual. There is a rumor. It's not a rumor. There is, well, it's a fact. We don't know the timing, but at some point, PWCC is going to transition over to auctions ending every single day, and it's going to be just like eBay. Auctions are going to end, well, not just like it, but auctions are going to end every single day, not just weekly auctions ending Sunday evenings. So when that happens, I will adjust. I will still bring you recaps every single Monday morning. It'll just be from the 7 days prior, because auctions will be ending Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday. It'll be very, very different, but I think it's still going to make for great content, and you'll get the exact same utility out of those videos. 3,200 YouTube subs. Look, it's right here on the screen. I'm not lying. I hit 3,200 this morning. 723 videos is pretty good considering I've not been doing this for 2 years. 730 videos would be, a video a day for 2 years. I'm at 723 videos and I'm nowhere close to 2 years. So that's pretty impressive as far as consistency goes. And I think a lot of you guys appreciate me for that. So I just wanted to say thank you to the 3,200 people that subscribed. I tell this to my brand partners. I tell this to people all the time that ask. They're like, why don't you have more subscribers than 3,200? You should have 10,000. Jeff Wilson has, and again, I'm not bashing Jeff Wilson or whatever, at least not on camera. But people are like, he's got 200,000. This, I was like, well, my subscribers are all real. Like, if you read the comments, like, the people are legitimately watching the videos and commenting on the videos and want the next video to come out. And the 3,200 subscribers I have, I earn those subscribers. Those are all real subscribers. And, I'm not perfect, but I am truthful and transparent. And I do talk about cards. So I think I'm proud of the 3,200. It's way ahead of schedule. And again, I was never in this to just max out subscribers. If I was, I would Google, how do you get more subscribers? And I would put a bunch of BS, misleading thumbnails, which I don't do very often unless it's got Dylan Brooks on the front, like this one right here. Does this acquisition change the course of NBA history? That's pretty clickbaity. So I'll take the knife on that one. But it does change the course of NBA history, because that dude did not deserve 80 plus million for 4 years. But watch the video if you want to hear more about that. Okay, what else? Hobby money. Just one quick thought on what's going on in the hobby. I kind of generally want to talk about the path that money in the hobby has followed over the past, let's say, 2 years. Okay? Pandemic happened. Tons of new money came into the hobby. Tons more demand, but honest to God, it was a perfect storm of an influx, an injection of an insane amount of cash, free government money, PPP loans for business owners. People were stuck in their house or their parents' house and went through their cards and realized, I've got all these cards, let me grade all these cards and sell all these cards. Or I just remembered how much I love cards, I'm going to go buy a bunch more cards. Long story short, tons and tons of money came into the hobby. Most of the people that brought that money into the hobby had no idea what they were looking at or what they were supposed to buy or what they should buy. So they bought base Prism PSA 10s, they bought Jordan 86 Fleer, they bought Brady Chrome, whatever it's called, Bowman Chrome Brady stuff. They bought 2013 Giannis Prism base, they bought Doncic Prism base PSA 10s, they bought Doncic Silver, they bought Tatum Silver, they put it all into Zion. All this money came in, so that's the first thing that happened. Huge cash injection, and then after that, we saw a reset. We saw a reset of the market. The economy changed, and not coincidentally, but the economy changed. Cards came back down, whatever you want to call it, a reset, a crash, a correction. You can call it whatever the hell you want. You can go look at the graphs and the indexes on Card Ladder and watch it yourself. They call it the middle fingered graph, and not every card followed the same trend. We talk about Jordan cards that have FU that trend many, many times, right? We see that all the time, and not just Jordan, but Kobe cards, LeBron cards. Well, there are some cards that are just like, no thanks, I'm not going down, I'm going to keep going up and to the right. So it's not all cards, but for the most part, cards came down. What did that do? Well, all the people that came in because it was easy money and all the flippers left, okay? So boom, that money is now gone. That was money that was in circulation. Buy, grade, sell, rinse, repeat, flipper people, flipper. I'm talking about not investor types like me where I might sell a card 2 years later for more money. I'm talking about flippers, like buy, sell 4 days later, or buy, immediately list. Those types of money. That money For the most part, not all, but a lot of that money disappeared from the hobby. So what's left? The people that came back in during that pandemic, a lot of those people did stay. If anybody tells you there's fewer people in the hobby now than there was in 2019, they don't know what they're talking about. The hobby has grown, and it's grown massively. Now, has it shrank from 2021 peak, March 2021? Probably. The number of participants has probably decreased. The amount of money in the hobby has probably decreased. You can go on Card Ladder and look at the index of sales history. Recently, I think the number of the dollars spent on transactions is actually steadily, it's either flat or going up, but don't quote me on that. I probably should have had that pulled up. But, and so then what happens? So money goes from low end to high end. All the talking heads, all the people that were telling you to buy these base Acuñas and base Doncic, and I'm not naming names, but here's the top 5 cards that sold. We're not telling you to buy them, but aren't you kind of telling them to buy them? All of those types of base PSA 10 Prisms and base Optics and Chronicles PSA 10s and all of that stuff, the money shifted from those types of cards into rare cards of the exact same players, right? And I'm talking still about ultra modern. And so money went from Luka Doncic base. The people were like, well, don't buy his base. There's too many of those. Buy his Luka Doncic Silver Prism PSA 10. And then what happened? Oh, wait, there's too many of those also. Don't buy that. Only buy the Luka Golds and the RPAs. And then what happened to those prices? Oh, those prices also continue to drop? Okay, here's what's happening right now. Don't buy the Luka Doncic. I'm talking about LeBron too. Don't buy the LeBron James RPA. Don't buy the LeBron James, Topps Chrome Gold 2005. Don't even buy ultra high-end, ultra modern cards. Shift your money backwards. The hobby money is moving in a time machine backwards chronologically. And what have we seen lately? I'll give you 3 seconds. You know what I'm about to say. Money is shifting into vintage. Okay, we saw it. I did it for 6 weeks in a row. If you watch my channel, you've seen the PWCC Weekly Auctions. How many of the cards are vintage low pop PSA 10s? A lot. And they're selling for exorbitant, outrageous, and I'm about to do a video on this next week, absurd prices. I shouldn't say absurd because I'm happy to see it. But the Pete Maravich that went for over $500,000, Walt Frazier's, Willis Reed's, Oscar Robertson, non-rookie Oscar Robertson's, non-rookie Jerry West's. We're seeing huge money shifting backwards chronologically to vintage. We're also seeing that money shift into 90s basketball, okay? Michael Jordan for sure, and I do collect him, so I do have a rooting interest in that happening. But at the same time, I'm trying to buy this dude, and so if we could just hibernate for a little bit longer, I don't want this thing to go up and to the right into another middle finger graph. But I'm seeing it, and you're seeing it when I do these PWCC weekly recaps. Some Jordan cards, and I'm not talking just about the PSA 10 Pop 7s. I'm talking about the 9s and 8s. I'm talking about some BGS 8.5s. Some of these cards are starting to move again, and I'm not. This is not conjecture. I do this every day. I look at this every day, and a lot of you guys who watch this channel are smarter than me and look at it just as much as me, and I know you guys are seeing the same thing. Comment below if I'm crazy on all this, but I just want to kind of follow the path that hobby money has taken over the last 2 years and kind of summarize it and put it in a nutshell. We could talk about this for 10 hours. I could go into great detail and give specific card examples, but generally speaking, flipper money left. Then everybody said, whoever was left over, only buy high-end cards, and then it wasn't high-end enough. And so then you're really buying the ultra rare, super scarce SSP high-end ultra modern. And then that wasn't enough because there's too much of that crap as well. And so now the money has kind of transitioned backward 60 years into the 60s and the 70s. And now people are buying vintage and people are buying 90s because the population reports are crazy low, even on PSA 8s and 9s for some of these Jordans, some of these Kobe's, some of these 90s guys, the Ray Allens, the Garnetts, the Iversons, and stuff like that. Money is transitioning, and all of this, the biggest part and the biggest kind of underpinning that we're not talking about is it's just education, right? The people that came into the hobby during the pandemic, they're not dumb people, right? We're not everybody that came in, like I've never said that. Hopefully I'm not giving off this condescending vibe here, but like There's some freaking brilliant, intelligent people that came into the hobby during the pandemic and may have gotten burned on cards. It doesn't make you dumb if you lost money on cards. I lost a ton of money on certain cards. I did won on some and I lost on some. These are not dumb people. It just took time for the wheels to get spinning, to gain traction from an education standpoint. And those people that came in are now savvy. They've got 2 years under their belt, or about 2 years under their belt, maybe 3, depending on when you came in, and they're making better decisions. And they're making decisions and they're choosing different types of cards. They're choosing cards that they believe, and I'm talking about the people that are in it for real, like they're really in it, collectors / investors who are not looking to flip, a week and a half later. They're investing in cards that are a little more scarce, a little more rare, in an era where there are actually truly rare cards. Like now, it's one thing to say you have a Prism Gold serial number to 10, but how many years of Prism are there? There's, that's 12 years of Prism. There's 120 of those. Well, how many PSA 10 cut above Jordans are there? There's one. And by the way, you're going to see it on my channel tomorrow night. So that's just kind of my general vibe about what's going on with hobby money. It's a great conversation piece, and it's interesting. I'm not an economist. I'm not a macro economist. I'm not a micro economist. I'm not a in-between economist. I'm a finance major with a law degree. So I like to talk, and B, I like to talk about money and numbers. And I hope you don't think that I'm, approaching the hobby from purely an investment standpoint. My purchases, probably display that I am not approaching it purely from an investment standpoint. Some of the cards I buy, some of these base PSA 8 Jordan cards from the 90s, those are probably not where I would advise any pure investor to put their money. So I am a hybrid collector investor, which I'm sure most of you guys are. Comment below, let me know if you agree with what I had to say about the money. Don't forget the 4 ways that you can support the Cajun Cardboard channel. I'm sorry if this sounded like a sales pitch, but I just wanted to get all this stuff off my chest and fill up your Sunday with something to listen to. I'm 30 minutes into it. That's probably where I need to kill it. I don't think I have anything else to say. Comment below. Don't forget, tomorrow night's the big one. Tier 1 with Josh Dawson. It's a ride that you guys are going to love. It's going to take us about 2 or 3 months. It's going to take us well past the National. We're only going to get the first 1 and 2nd, the first 81 cards before the National, which is just no time, so I apologize for that. But it's coming, and I promise you, this project ain't going anywhere, and I think it's something that's going to last for a long time in the hobby and be a really, really helpful guideline for some of the newer Jordan collectors, or some of the would-be Jordan collectors, aspiring Jordan collectors, or really all 90s cards. If you're transitioning your money into that type of stuff. It's exciting stuff. I love it. I'm clearly passionate about it. And by the way, I'm extremely biased about collecting 90s cards. I'm extremely biased about collecting Jordan cards. Let's just get that out of the way. Now you know, and so now you can filter the information that you get on this channel because you know that I love it. And when you speak about something you love, your kids, your wife, your country, your job, whatever, your t-shirts from Homage, you can speak proudly about it, but also own it and be transparent about it. And that's kind of the approach that I've always taken on this channel. Thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby. Peace.